I'm gonna change the oil in my Toyota Avalon 2021 V6 engine. Owner's manual is stating that the oil capacity for the 3.5 liter V6 engine is 5.7 quarts with the filter. The oil that should be used for the 3.5 liter engine is the 0W20, and that is the best choice for fuel economy and good cold start. And here are the materials I'm going to use for the oil change I'm performing. I'm using the Mobil 1 full synthetic 0W20 and the Toyota OEM filter, as well as the tool to remove the oil filter cap. So right now, real quick, to show everybody where the oil filter is located. This is the front of the car, and the oil filter is located right underneath this plastic cover panel over here. So I'm going to remove this first, and then we will get into removing the oil filter. There are a couple of 10mm screws that need to be replaced. One is right over inside this hole, and the other one is located right under here. You can see it right there. So I'm gonna get this out too, and then we can get to the oil change. Now that I removed both screws, I can take this plastic cover and get it out of the way so I can have access to the oil filter. And there it is. The other thing that needs to be done here to give it more access before removing the panel is removing these two clips here and over there. I already removed that one, and that allows this plastic cover panel to be moved out of the way and provide access to both the oil filter and the drain. As you can see, I have already removed the drain bolt, and I've got a little bit more oil draining out of the oil pan there pretty quickly here. I'm going to take the filter housing off and drain a little bit of that old oil before I get the filter out. So first I'm going to try to remove this bolt that is holding the filter in. Just crack it open a little bit. From the OEM filter box, I will remove this part right here, which, as you can tell here on the instructions, it is indicating that you'll insert this service pipe and then drain the oil. Very easy instructions on the OEM filter box, tells you exactly how to insert and drain the oil from there that resides still in the canister. So with that, we're just going to go ahead and insert this little drain pipe in here, push it in, and the oil will slowly drain out. I must not have pushed fast enough or hard enough. Oh, there it is. That helps drain whatever oil is left in the oil filter itself. And let that sit in there until you got just a little bit of drips. Alright, so now I removed this little tube, and as you can see, it came up with a O-ring, so you gotta be careful. Remember to replace the O-ring that came with the new filter.
What is this?
And now real quick, get the filter wrench, the filter housing wrench over here onto the housing, and slowly loosen it. It Oh, pretty quick, pretty easily. However, it looks like it was pretty tight. And now the filter is out. It doesn't look so bad. It only has about 5,000 miles on it, but I wanted to change it, keep up the maintenance, even though the manufacturer says 10,000. I decided to do it at roughly 5,000 after I had the first one done at about 1,100 miles or so. So anyway, this is the filter. I'll put the new one in and then put everything back together. Don't forget the O-rings. So now that I replaced the filter itself, you gotta replace this O-ring right here. It is right on the edge, and it easily comes off with the screwdriver. Just remember, replace that, put the new one in. Alright, so one last thing right now. Before I put the new filter on, I wanted to show you guys, I cleaned up the housing, where I'm gonna connect everything up again with the new O-ring. And so now just hand tighten it. Not too much, just enough to where everything's tight again. The O-ring's gonna make things a little bit difficult here, but just gotta get everything tight enough. All right, real quick, last thing I did, I put in the new gasket or O-ring over here before I apply the cap. And by the way, I oiled it just a little bit with some fresh oil, just so that it's not going to get stuck. And so after I did this, I will make sure that I will tighten it just enough. Just so it's nice and snug. Not too much, just a little enough to be tight. Alright, there that is. And now we're gonna put the drain bolt back on after I replaced the little crush washer, and we're done, ready to fill the oil till we got all 5.7 quarts in.